Ruben, have you ever sniffed a bag of dry roasted peanuts?
I'm going to be completely honest, I think I have. Yeah.
And I have too. It's something I've been thinking about a lot recently.
Okay.
Just how many people whose lives are exponentially better because they've never sniffed a dry roasted peanut.
Oh, you think it's bad?
Oh, it smells like. Have you ever had an old lady fart in a bag?
Can't say I have.
I haven't either, but you can never be too safe nowadays.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
It's bad, is what I'm trying to say.
Right, understandable.
Welcome back to the podcast, by the way.
Hello.
My name's Phil.
My name's Ruben. We
Goddamn
are
right it
Casual
is.
Crowd.
We
Hello,
are.
And welcome back. It has been probably about almost coming up to a year now
A
since
little
we've
bit,
done a podcast.
a good while.
Surely.
Because, well, I got a job and you went off to uni, didn't you?
I know. We grew up.
Did that just change?
The light.
My eyes are going. Anyway,
Yeah,
I thought
we're-
to celebrate, to get into the university spirit,
Yeah.
we should start the podcast by doing a shot of straight, incredibly cheap Sainsbury's vodka.
Jesus. Okay. Right.
You a big football fan?
No, I am a more rugby fan. I don't really watch rugby. I play it, but I don't. I'm no good at rugby either. But
Who would like to go first?
I don't know.
I think you're the uni man. You're the
I knew
you're
you'd
the
say
party
that.
animal.
All right. Okay.
Show me how it's done.
Right. It's swap hands. So just open the lid.
Oh God!
Oh, the glugging. Oh, right.
Look at that.
A bit on the floor.
Whoa,
Now,
that is hot.
let me give you a little. I can't. Oh, it's all over my hands. Oh no. Oh God. This is how we do it at uni.
Mmm. Oh yeah. Is that good?
Absolutely not.
I can see it in your face. You loved that. Right, my
I'm
turn.
gonna have to wash my hands. I think it's dripping vodka.
Oh.
I'll let you do yours, and I'm gonna go wash my hands.
I just poured it on myself.
Phil's wet himself. All right. I'm gonna have to wash it down with some more alcohol, I think.
Bon appetit. Oh,
That's a bit of a kick, right?
it's not bad.
It's all right.
It's not that bad.
Finest, what, Tesco, is it?
Sainsbury's.
Oh, even better.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we're not drinking just milk and ice. This is somewhat cream liqueur, isn't it?
That would be quite problematic. I feel like we'd get cancelled for drinking milk and ice.
What's your favourite snack? I like to have cookies with milk and ice.
No cookies for me. Just
Oh.
just a cup of milk.
Just a cup of milk and ice. Okay. I like it.
Oh,
Right, I'm gonna go wash my hands.
yes, my friend. That is a good idea. Whew. Should we talk about Prince Harry's new book?
Oh God,
It's been
I want to,
all
yeah.
over
Okay.
my For You page.
I think the obvious, have you heard? Because he is the one that did the audiobook as well. He narrates the audiobook, so it's him saying it, and everything that he says just is so. It's just bad.
Is this about his mum and his penis?
Yeah, because he
Or
says
his
something
todger,
about it. It's
I should say.
because he uses the word penis, and the way he says penis really annoys me. I don't know why. It's just he just says it. It's just like my penis was oscillating between something else and borderline traumatized. I don't think you can really describe your penis as being traumatized. Personally,
Imagine. For the record, I do want to say, I'm not a royalist. I don't have anything against Harry and Meghan. I just think the book's really weird.
I don't really have any say on the royal family, to be honest. I also think the book is hilarious. I've never read it, never looked at it. I've just seen snippets from online.
Yeah.
And then you got to look as well the things he's been saying about being in the army. Oh gosh, you're drinking more of it.
Fuck.
That
burnt my lips.
probably not a good idea, Phil. But yeah.
I mean, as well, apparently, I saw a big headline from the BBC. It was on TikTok, because everyone has a TikTok nowadays, saying Prince Harry admits to taking cocaine.
Oh, I've seen that. And
Man. And I thought William was the one that had Charlie.
That was pretty good, but I didn't really have to feel about that.
See, that's a bit weird. I mean, some people getting really worked up about that. Oh, he's done drugs. So is 90% of the British
I
population.
mean, he had a lot of money and was 17 and went out drinking a lot. I mean,
I don't really blame him.
sounds like a uni student, to be honest.
It sounds like you.
It sounds like me. Whee. No, I
Didn't one of the professors you slept with say you were like a stallion?
Shut up, man. No, to clarify, no, I haven't slept with any of my professors. Thank you very much. But Prince Harry was described in his book, which you probably know, was described as was he treated like a stallion, or was he a stallion?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
It was a bit weird if he was treated like a stallion. Like, how is she treating her stallions?
That's true. Because I think he said that he was taken into a field behind a pub, and he was spanked, and he was like a stallion. And I have no idea about any more. And I think
Harry, what have you been doing to your horses?
royal horses are not happy right now. No, but I think it's quite wild to think that he's written a book, and it's very open. And today, BBC News even announced that there are some things still baffle me, that there are even more things that he says he will never reveal to the world that him and his brother have done.
I missed out the part where Prince Andrew actually came and helped him put the cream in.
So I applied it to my todger. Just the way he uses his language in that book is really weird. Like, just the snippets I've heard are really strange.
It's a sexy word, todger, isn't it?
It's kind of gets you into the mood, I suppose.
Get my todger out.
We love a bit of todger action, you know.
Speaking of,
okay, where's this going?
I discovered while you've been away at uni learning.
Okay.
You know, I've been learning things too.
Right.
I discovered something during an interesting conversation I had a few months ago.
Okay.
That allegedly some people can orgasm from touching their own knees.
Right. How did we get to this?
Todgers.
Okay, fair enough.
Prince Harry probably can. I'm surprised he didn't talk about it in the book. But I've looked it up. Apparently, this is a common thing.
Common?
Like, not common, but like it's a documented thing.
Okay.
Well, I should say this isn't me.
It's not working. It's not working.
This isn't something I'm into. But apparently, it's a documented thing where people have these things with something completely unsexual.
Okay.
Causes them to climax.
Okay.
But I thought I'd test it out. So I've got Ruben here.
Oh no.
Ruben, are you into knees?
No, not really. I don't think
Well.
knees are cool.
Well,
I like my knees, but
I have curated
oh god.
some famous knees,
Am I guessing who they are?
and I'm going to say, whose knees are these?
Yes. Okay. See.
You can't look at the bottom of the screen because it actually shows you.
Oh, okay.
But-
well, here's the thing. I actually don't know anything about this. This is completely news to me. Phil has told me to look away.
He's got a whole hard drive filled with knees. Just
We're gonna
tons
have
of
to
them.
bleep that out because I don't want to be exposed. No, but seriously,
The first knees. Whose knees are these?
I can't even lie. I immediately think of Prince Harry.
So are you locking that in?
I don't want to lock it in, but like
Do these look like ginger knees?
they do a little bit actually.
Do
I
they?
can see the freckles on his leg as well. They seem quite.
Are they the knees of a stallion?
I mean, he's got. Is it me or is like he's got really like thick thighs, but his legs are like twigs? What's that about?
Are you into that?
No. Okay, I'm gonna say lock in Prince Harry.
Okay. These knees are in fact Matt Hancock's.
Oh God.
I know.
Now I can see that being Manhattan.
What would you rate him out of 10?
Him or his knees?
Both. Let's go with his knees for now, though.
Right, goes for his knees. I'll give a solid 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
He's got some solid knees there.
Decent knees. Decent knees.
Decent knees.
Okay, next up.
But he isn't the bee's knees though.
Whose knees are these? Also, try and describe them for the audio listeners.
Okay, so we've got 3 pairs of trousers here.
They are all the same person.
They're all the same person, just duplicated along in a line.
Perhaps a TikTok effect. Maybe that's a clue. I keep leaning, really. We set this up perfectly.
Yeah, I also... My immediate reaction is to think Rick Astley from the Vuzu video. Never want to give you up. I mean, come on.
They do speak to me in the same way.
But I honestly couldn't tell you. Could I have some hints, perhaps?
Okay.
Yeah.
This man is quite well known recently. He's rose to fame. I mean, he's been around for a while. He got banned from TikTok a few days ago, actually.
Okay.
He's been in a few.
Paul Breach. Is it actually Paul Breach?
It's
Is it Paul Breach?
Snapshot Eye.
That's incredible.
Whose knees are these?
Paul Breach's knees.
What do you think of him? I haven't seen much of him, but he's been everywhere at the minute, hasn't he?
He is probably the most cringiest man I've ever come across on the internet.
Did you see Declan McKenna duetted one of his videos like 2 years ago?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know who Declan McKenna is. Also, have we seen? He's like 45, and he makes really cringy TikToks, and also like the things he says
A little bit
about
weird.
people, and like
A little
girls
bit
in his
strange.
comments are really strange. Like he just said, like the one where it was like, how come you only respond to girls' comments? It's because if it's girls, the only ones that are responding, and if it's a guy, I say hi, and maybe I'm dating them all, and we're having babies, and I'm just like, okay,
It's strange, isn't it?
Paul. I mean, the start of that could have left it. It would have been all right because they're the only ones that comments, and if it's a guy, I say hi. Clean, that works. But then you had to go and absolutely shit on it with the most cringiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Strange man.
What?
Very
Okay,
strange
I'm
man.
gonna rate his knees. I can't even lie. They look a bit dodgy. I'm gonna say about like 4 out of 10.
Do you think he spends a lot of time on them?
Personally, no. I don't think he does. I think he probably needs to, but in the sense that not enough. I also let's rate him out of 10
because he's like, to me, he complains a lot about the backlash he gets online, but he can't log off.
If you were being like absolutely
like
decimated online, just go offline.
I feel like he leans into it. I don't know if he is aware of this or if he's genuinely just a very strange bloke, or whether he does lean into it. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to tell. He's strange. Should we move on to the next news?
Yeah, I like it. Or would you rate him out of 10 though, as a person?
Like a 2.
I think I'm gonna go with 2 actually.
Yeah, he's a strange one.
Green grass.
Ruined that song for me.
I didn't even know it was a
banger
song
before.
until
I used to party to that in the club every day.
George Ezra really raised his spirits.
Ruined it for me.
All right.
Whose knees are these? Now, looking at them and trying to describe
They
them,
look like a ginger's knees.
they do. They're quite crinkly, almost scrotal in nature, I think.
Scrotal knees. I like it.
Yeah.
Now, this is more Prince Harry because I can see him wearing those kind of floral swim shorts. But
Are you going with Prince Harry?
no, I don't think I will. Can
I'll
you give me
give you a
some
clue.
more? Yeah.
It is a well-known figure in the UK. You will kick yourself
Because I don't know these
man.
knees. Can I have a
Yeah.
bit more than just a well-known figure?
Well-known figure. I think this man likes to he's got some interesting hobbies. He's a bit of a creative type. He likes to make things. Okay, he likes to paint things.
Okay.
He was once in a position of power. Arguably still is.
Oh, they're not Boris's knees, are they?
You're looking that in?
Yeah, I'm going to love Boris Johnson's knees. Oh, no.
It's Boris
Johnson's knees. He likes to paint things. What do you mean? Has he painted something recently?
Buses.
He paints buses?
Apparently, he makes model buses.
That is a very Boris Johnson thing.
Yeah, look at those knees, though. I mean, those are well-worn knees. They don't call him the BJ King of London for nothing.
That works as well. That works really well. For God's sake.
I just realised my head's been to the back of the camera the whole time.
I've been just looking at you this whole time and then realised.
I desperatly need a haircut. I've got like
You
a
think
bit
you
of
do?
a bit of a mullet situation going on here.
I've got
that
this
I'm not
John
loving.
Lennon look at the minute with my glasses.
I like it though.
Thanks.
But yeah, that's the end of Whose Knees Are These?
All
If
right.
you like this segment, maybe it'll become a regular thing.
I quite like it, to be honest.
I
We'll
enjoyed
have to
that.
describe it at some point later.
Let's close down the masturbators. Save that for later.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Now, what would you like to segue into from knees?
And where can you go from that?
I don't know.
Really?
You can probably think of maybe a famous person's knees that's almost been in a film. And speaking of films, over the last year, Phil, you said you've watched a lot of films, and
We're not going from knees.
I think we're gonna have to, I'm afraid, because I don't know where else we're gonna go from here.
Yeah. Well, I've got a better segue.
All right.
Scratch that.
All right.
I might leave this bit in just to show how
because-
incompetent we are.
Right.
We were talking about Snapshot Eye, right? This is a man who's very popular on TikTok.
Snapshot Eye. Is that Paul Breach?
Paul Breach, yeah.
That's his name, Snapshot Eye.
I think so.
I didn't know that. I just know him as Paul Breach.
I mean, it's not his real name, obviously.
It's just birth
On his
certificate.
birth
Birth certificate, Snapshot Eye.
It's Snapshot Eye. He actually started singing Green Green Grass when he came out of the womb.
Imagine being Paul Breach.
Imagine being his son.
Has he got a son?
He's got a son
Ha.
about our age, maybe a little bit older.
Imagine your dad being Paul Breach.
Maybe I don't have to imagine.
Maybe he is my dad.
Daddy. He'd probably like that. I'm 18. Allegedly.
Yeah. I'm gonna utilize Phil's bed. I'll give you a bed review. Yeah, this is good. I can. Anyway, let me give a chair review. The comfy PC chair. Now, how do we like this? This is for those who are wondering, this is not milk and ice, but rather Disaronno cream liqueur with ice, and it's rather magical. I've never had it before, but my God, it's really good. Might have to get some more myself. I get some myself, and then yeah. But here we go. We've got the review of Audacity running in the background. Surprisingly very quiet, this PC, and it's almost quite relaxing to hear it go off in the background. Just to, I don't know how you describe it. It just overwhelms your senses and just relaxes your body. All right, we're gonna go for the cut. Phil, you're absolutely gone. Absolutely gone.
Sorry about that. We got a little bit interrupted.
Just a little bit. As you can tell, if you noticed, magically my drink is now back to the brim.
Whoa!
There's just a cow up here that we just. Yeah. Okay, no one needed to see that image. So sorry, but okay. So what were we talking about? We were talking about.
Shot was a mistake. I think what I was going to say is, I think I watched Wednesday because I saw some stuff on TikTok about it, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a try. I didn't. It was something I didn't expect to enjoy, but I actually
indulging in Jenna Ortega.
No, don't make it weird, man.
I'm not.
You're making it weird.
No, I'm not.
You're making it weird, man.
Let me have another sip of this. Carry on, Jenna Ortega. Okay, right, Jenna Ortega. Phil, come on, let's go.
Sorry, I'm gone.
He's absolutely shattered. He's been none of that. I don't think any more of that is a sensible idea. Let's keep that down here. It's not going to help us get through the podcast, is it?
Don't look at me, man.
I'm not looking at you.
I think my biggest surprise of the year in terms of TV program was probably Wednesday. It's something that's it's blown up. It's absolutely everywhere. And I may get bullied for saying this, but I really enjoyed it.
I doubt it. I think the majority of people that watched it enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've seen some people have very strong opinions against it, but generally I think people have enjoyed it. It's now I believe the second most watched Netflix program of all time, right behind season 4 of Stranger Things.
Okay.
Which is absolutely mental. Mental chicken oriental.
That's new. I like that.
And it was one of those things that I really didn't expect to enjoy.
Right.
I went in with low expectations.
Sorry. I thought it was going to fall over.
And I actually really loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought, aside from some very cringy dialogue here and there, because there was some.
Is it a kid show technically at the end of the day or not?
I mean, technically,
is it like a teen show?
It's like a tweenie. Tweenie? Is that the right word?
I think that's a kid show.
That sounds like something Paul Breach would say.
Tweenie. I'm pretty sure the tweenies was like a kid show back. This isn't going well, is
it?
So
aside from the cringy dialogue, I thought it had a really good storyline. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Some great performances. And one particular actress who played the lead, Jenna Ortega, you've seen her all over TikTok probably, has absolutely blown up since. And I thought, not because I'm obsessed, just because I'm curious.
Right.
I'd go and watch some other films she's been in.
Okay.
And one I watched recently was a film called X, which Mr. Doobs has seen.
I have seen it.
I remember texting you, like, I'm watching this film about this horny old lady. It's killing people. And Rue immediately was like, X.
Yeah, I mean, X is brilliant. If you don't know the plot of X...
spoilers.
Yeah, big spoilers for every film.
It's been out long enough.
It's been out since last, 21, I think, hasn't it? Or no, it came out last year. Just around last year. But basically, every film we're going to talk about in the podcast is going to be a big spoiler warning. So just if you don't want to know or listen, we'll just mention it.
Would you like an arrow?
I love an arrow. I love arrows.
Keep talking.
Okay, so X is basically set in the 70s, where this group of filmmakers want to make a smut film. She's the sound operator, isn't she? She holds the boom mic.
Boom girl.
She's the boom girl. Okay, cool. Thank
you. Look into the camera when you eat it. Have another one. All
right. We're never going to get this podcast done, are we?
I think we scrapped doing a cohesive podcast and just To call this like the drunk episode or something.
I quite like it.
It's good, isn't it?
I feel like a Roman emperor being fed grapes right now. Anyway, yeah, it's like they go to Texas and they film on a piece of land owned by a very old couple who are jealous of the fact that these teenagers are young and are having so much sex, basically.
A bit like Ruben.
Yeah, for real. I am the old.
I'm quite
woman.
jealous of Ruben.
What? Okay.
I'm the man who can't.
Okay, so basically, in like short version, I'm pretty sure it's Pearl is the old woman, because they've made Ty West, the guy who made the film, wrote the film. He made a brand new film called Pearl, which was filmed alongside X, and what's up? It's Mia Goth.
I feel like Mia Goth plays the old lady too.
Yeah,
doesn't
she plays the old
Pearl
lady,
as well.
and she also plays Maxine.
Yeah, so she plays the lead protagonist and the antagonist.
And so she plays the main character and also the main antagonist.
See the way I have you finished yet? Sorry, I don't know if you.
Oh well,
do you want to do a synopsis of the plot? Because I was going to come in with it.
The old man and the old woman, they don't have sex, or they can't because he's worried about his heart, and then obviously they're old. They don't really. I don't think they care. And then
she does.
She does because she realizes that all these teenagers are doing it. You know, going and filming.
He is quite hot. Like if I was married to him, I'd want it as well. What was his name?
I don't know.
I don't know his name. I'm gonna find his name.
Okay, but she gets jealous, and then he denies doing it with her because he's like, no, I'm hot, I'm gonna die. And then she goes on a violent rampage and starts killing all of the teenagers off one by one. By the way, this is a slasher horror film. This isn't like just some random film. This is a slasher horror film. Very violent. It's awesome.
Howard.
His name's Howard. Oh, his name's Howard.
That is a sexy name.
It is a cool name.
God damn.
But they all get killed off by one, and Mia Goth, I think she escapes, doesn't she? In the end, in the most
she does, yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre-esque thing where she's like laughing in the back of a truck, looking at the camera, screaming.
Cool
it's a really cool ending, but Jenna Ortega gets shotgunned in the chest.
Devastated. 0 out of 10
honestly,
film.
It makes me laugh. He messaged me going, Jenna Ortega's in this on film. Oh my god, this is kind of funny. I'm laughing like, oh, it's X, isn't it? Yeah. And he goes, never mind. She got shotgunned in the chest because she was locked in the basement.
Is it face or chest?
I don't know. She got shotgunned somewhere. Because Howard has a gun, and then he locked her in the basement because I don't think he actually wants to kill anyone. But then he kills Kid Cudi's character
because he gets jealous that they're pulling his wife. Pretty much.
Know, something along those lines. But I think he's jealous of Kid Cudi's character because he is, he's having sex with these like.
Is he the really well hung guy?
I'm gonna be completely honest. Yes, because there is a sort of shot of that in that film. But anyway, X is brilliant. You should watch it.
It's a very handsome
although I have just told you the entire plot. So.
Yeah, it's one of those films where was it the best film I've ever seen? No, but it was interesting. It was different. And one thing I wanted to talk about, the way I interpreted it. Well, first of all, I think to me, Mia Goth's character, Maxine, I detected a bit of narcissism there. Mm-hmm. She seemed quite narcissistic in the way she sort of held herself.
What do you mean?
Like even from when she's talking to herself in the mirror, her desire to be a star, she wants everyone to see her.
Oh, yeah. But that's directly reflective of Pearl, who was a young star and was a dancer, and she was denied fame because someone else became more popular than her. I haven't seen Pearl, so I don't know.
The way I interpreted it was, to me, particularly with the two characters being almost mirrors of each other, played by the same actress, I sort of saw it as this idea of the youth and narcissism of the entertainment beauty industry, and then also afterwards, once it's had enough with you, once you're not beautiful anymore, and it spits you back out on the other end. I saw it as a bit of a metaphor for those two contrasting ideas. I thought it's a surprisingly clever film, and it was a unique concept.
You should also, in the way that when Mia Goth's character Maxine first sees Pearl, They are looking. Pearl, the old woman, is looking down through a closed window, and Pearl is looking up through an open car window. And you can see the contrast where Pearl is looking through an open window, and an open window suggests opportunity, youth, being able to explore. Has this basically means you haven't your doors are open, literally and metaphorically in this sense. And Pearl's her window is closed, meaning that she is old, she isn't beautiful anymore, and the industry that she worked in doesn't want anything to do with her anymore because of the way she is. So then she becomes extremely jealous of the contrast between the two characters. Also, the fact that it's very well directed. Ty West's done really well in the sense that he actually made you feel some sort of empathy towards the villain when she got dressed up, she put on her makeup, and then Howard said no because due to the whole situation with him and his age and his heart. But it was really, for a really kind of like openly out there film about just being horny teenagers making a film. It's really, really well done.
It reminds me a little bit of us in college.
I don't know how you've got to that. We made awful films in college. Nothing smut, please, for the love of God.
Don't talk about the culture corner like that, okay? Welcome to the weekly segment of the podcast that we don't do weekly.
Putting it lightly.
Well, welcome to the bi-yearly. Welcome to the favourite segment we have here
of the podcast we do every now and again,
where we talk about something that's just made us absolutely fuming this 3/4 of the year.
I can't tell you. I actually don't know what's made me absolutely fuming recently, which is annoying. But...
See, one thing jumps to my mind.
For you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's hear this. Phil. So welcome to Absolutely Fuming, everybody. So Phil, please take it away. What has made you in recent times, absolutely fuming?
His Majesty's Passport Office.
Okay, where are you going with this?
Hear me out.
Okay.
Right, so I'm cross-legged here, like I'm back in primary school. So I've been trying to get a passport because I was planning on going to Amsterdam with some people from work.
Oh, very nice.
So I've been going through this process. I sent it in about October last year, so it's been absolutely forever. Still haven't got my passport. But I sent in my documents, and everything was seemingly going well. It's on my tracking page. It says everything's going ahead. It's working fine. No problem. About a week ago, I get an email saying that my passport has been withdrawn because I didn't send them the correct documents.
Okay.
Which was weird because we sent them the documents, and on the tracking page, it says they'd received and accepted the documents.
Okay.
Now tell me if it's a leap of logic to see received and accepted documents and assume that they've received and accepted my documents.
It'd be rather strange if they say that and then they realise. I can imagine that must be human error. Like they must pick it up and go, they've got this, got that, got that, got that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then they've just marked it on there, and then they've gone. Someone higher up's gone. They're missing this, or they haven't done that right. And you're like, oh crap. We've got to withdraw it. But
that's what I thought. So anyway, I call up. At first, I speak to this really nice woman. She's can't help me. She basically says it has been withdrawn, but she's really polite, really nice. She says, I'm going to pass you on to my colleague who can help you a little bit more. So I'll pick up the phone. What do you want, sir? Proper thick, like Cockney accent.
Right, okay.
I wasn't convinced Cockney people still existed.
They're alright. They are a myth.
They're so rare, man. I've met a lot of people from London. None of them have a Cockney accent.
It's like an albino moose. Like, it's something you don't see every day.
Exactly. This guy was like a bloody dinosaur. You know, I called up customer service and a Charles Dickens character answered.
Marley.
Right.
Marley, the dead as a doorknob. He's just...
He answers. He's very rude. And he's just like, oh, His Majesty's Passport Office. What do you want, sir? And he calls me sir. Maybe a kink for him or something weird like that. I wouldn't have been a problem. I would have just said, yeah, cool.
It's getting stronger by the sip.
Could we just check again? That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought he was rude. Unnecessarily rude. Thankfully, we called back later and explained that we had photograph evidence. And it was cleared up. Someone else much nicer. She was really helpful for us. It's just this absolute dinosaur of a man. Yeah, I don't mean a stereotype, but you know when you hear someone's voice and you just know that they're bald and voted for Brexit? Mm. You know, you can just hear it in their voice.
Or they're losing their hair. They're getting there.
Yeah,
it's that anger of
it's actually, it's less, they're not bald yet, but they're losing it, and they're not okay with the fact that they're losing it. They haven't come to terms with it.
Only like 50
they're trying to fight for it, but it's not. Sorry, nothing against bald people. My dad's bald. Okay, bald people are great, but this guy
Elegant.
wasn't.
Yeah.
That's all really. Just because I don't like confrontation. I get very upset when people speak to me. Like if someone sounds like they're upsetting me, I'm a very sensitive guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
It ruined my day. I was like, oh.
I think I do have an absolute few, mate. But
Yeah, go
it's
for it,
not.
man.
It's a bit vague. It's one of those things that, right? So, if you are an absolute party animal like myself, that's a lie. I don't go to many parties and stuff like that.
He does.
I don't. But I went to a place in my uni, and I had a ticket on my phone, and obviously it was like 10 o'clock when we were allowed to go in, and my absolute few today, excuse me, is about bouncers. Just bouncers in general, because oh my god, just hear me out. Here's the thing. So, my first ever issue with a bouncer I had was when I went to a Weatherspoons. Now, if you're from the UK, you know what a Weatherspoons is like. It's where they sell cheap drinks for literally 24/7, practically, from really early in the morning until really like 1 o'clock in the morning, basically. And it's just insane because it's just a good place to hang out with your friends and have a chat and a drink.
Absolutely.
It's just a pub, really, but it's a chain of places that throughout the entirety of the UK. Now, depending on how big the Spoons is, where it's located, for example, in London, I can imagine every Weatherspoons has a bouncer because
you got people like that customer service officer. Yeah,
pretty much. I was there summer 2022, so this happened a long time ago. I got some new shoes for my birthday. I went in with a pair of shorts on. Nice top, nice pair of shorts. I wasn't look like an idiot. I didn't think so. And this guy goes, and I said, he looks at my ID, looks at me, looks at my ID, looks at me, and he starts like squinting at me. I'm like, is everything alright? And he goes, the only thing that's concerning me, mate, is like, what the fuck are those trainers? And I'm just like, sorry, what? You're looking at my ID and then you're having a go at me because I'm wearing my new shoes.
Shall I tell you what the problem was?
What?
You had your knees out.
Oh yeah, no, to be fair, you couldn't handle it. But like, that's not your business.
Yeah.
Am I old enough to go into the pub or not? Yes. Well, I can go in then. Like, and it's like, okay, brilliant. Anyway, that was the most unnecessary thing someone's ever done as a bouncer. And I went to a club. And I got my ticket out. See ticket, yeah. On my phone, I was like, here you go, that's my ticket. And then showed it to him, and I had my phone on like just half brightness because I just did because there was lampposts and it's not pitch black, I can actually see.
Yeah.
And show it to him, and he goes, "Oh, turn your fucking brightness down. What are you doing?" I'm like, all right, okay. Turn my brightness down to low, like completely low. And he goes, "Oh, Jesus!" And then he goes, "Oh, I can't see now. That's ruined me." And I'm just kind of like, jeez. It was on half brightness, mate, and I've been staring at it for like 5 minutes to make sure the ticket's right. It cannot ruin you. And so we scanned it, I went in. And then I was waiting for my mates behind me to come in, and all I could hear was him going, "That guy's fucking ruined my eyes. What kind of dickhead has the brightness on that full?" And I'm just kind of like, what? But it was just along the lines of like, he was annoyed still. I had buggered off, and he was still annoyed at the fact that I was like, my brightness was on what? Like, I don't know. My brightness was on like half, and he was just so angry at the fact that like his eyes are now like, whoa, too bright. I'm just kind of like, you got to be joking me. Like, there is no way you can actually be fussed about that.
Some people are just arseholes, aren't they?
Yeah,
especially bouncers. I went to a club with a few friends from work. It was in Chester. Great night out, Chester.
Right.
If you ever get a chance to go on night out in Chester,
I don't even know where Chester is, to be honest.
Neither do I.
It just exists.
I sort of ended up there.
It's like close to everywhere, and also not.
It's nice though. It's a really nice place to go out. But anyway, basically my friend was really ill, and these bouncers they were just imitating him. Like they were just going, like fake retching, while he was in the corner being sick. It's just unpleasant, really, isn't it? I don't like bouncers.
So just to wrap things up, my absolutely fuming this week.
This week, because we release podcast every week.
Absolutely. You guys just don't have a special subscription service anyway. But no, I it's just bouncers, man. They just really, really annoyed me. I mean, Tesco meal deals have gone up from £3 to £3.40.
Oh, that, you know what? I'm angry now. Let's end the podcast there. That's ruined my day.